You need to think of ETH as an economy. Think of ETH as part of this new crypto land, and ETH is the United States. In the United States, you're buying dollars to gain access to the US because you want to invest in America. So you use ETH to invest in the ETH economy. And if you can, you want to buy the best assets available. That's where all wealth compounds over time, owning the scarcest assets in the most vibrant economy. In crypto land, it's still really an ETH. Yes, there's ordinals. Yes, there's art on Tezos. Yes, there's other things, but generally ETH has accrued the most value in this. The ETH economy captures that value. So the ETH economy is growing at a huge pace. ETH is still, even after the recent corrections it had and now the big run up, ETH since it came out 2015 has outperformed Bitcoin. It's a vibrant, growing economy. And it is generating wealth. As ETH goes to new all-time highs, everybody who owns ETH will be in profits. And what people do is recycle profits into longer-term wealth. You can hold your money in Bitcoin. That's a great long-term store of wealth. Or you can hold it in art. And there's been an experiment that many people are running is, what outperforms? A CryptoPunk, of which there's 10,000, or a Bitcoin, of which there's 21 million? Now, they're not the same things, obviously. But what we found is punks generally outperform over time because they're super scarce and they have high status signaling, which is what humans love. So art is very important, but to frame this up in a macro context, we're a $4 trillion asset class in crypto today. If I extrapolate out trend rate of growth, I get to $100 trillion in 10 years. I actually get it by 2032, but I could be way off. Who knows, right? But let's say $100 trillion.
A major Bitcoin whale has begun selling massive amounts of Bitcoin while simultaneously accumulating Ethereum. This activity has influenced overall sentiment and liquidity, with Ethereum accumulation accelerating as Bitcoin reserves dwindle. Analysts are watching to see if the whale's conviction could tip the balance between the two largest cryptocurrencies. A Bitcoin whale, which once held 15,000 Bitcoins, is selling massive amounts of Bitcoin and buying Ethereum, causing a stir in the cryptocurrency market. Analyst CryptoGucci revealed that this wallet, which initially held 15,000 Bitcoin, was taken out of cold storage 7 years ago and sold thousands of Bitcoin en masse while buying massive amounts of Ethereum. This whale has been accumulating Ethereum on a massive scale. Its holdings now total 167,629 Ethereums across 5 wallets, worth $706 million. Split between Ethereum spot positions, perpetual contracts, and OVS ETH positions in WETH and AETH WETH, Ethereum is rapidly gaining popularity among corporate treasuries. According to CryptoRank.io's update, publicly traded companies now hold 2% of the total Ethereum supply, marking a significant milestone in institutional adoption. Since April 1st, corporate Ethereum holdings have skyrocketed from $70 million to $10.9 billion, indicating increased institutional confidence. The debate surrounding the 2025 bull market is intensifying, and Ethereum continues to resurface. For years, Bitcoin has dominated the cryptocurrency markets as the undisputed leader. This time, fundamentals suggest that Ethereum is not only catching up to Bitcoin, but could lead to the future of finance. With Ethereum leading the stablecoin dominance, the network is becoming the backbone of digital finance, hosting leading stablecoins such as USDC, USDT, and others. Furthermore, regulatory developments related to the Genius Act are taking shape, paving the way for accelerated institutional adoption without compromising network utility. With billions of dollars invested by institutions in Ethereum ETFs and corporate treasury exposure gradually increasing, Ethereum is attracting increasing institutional attention. According to Raoul Pal, Ethereum is about to shock everyone. Before we move forward, if you want to stay updated with the latest crypto events and news, you can subscribe to our channel and like this video. Now let's get back to Raoul Pal's view on Ethereum and the overall crypto market.
Digital art, or NFTs, are really one of the breakout use cases of blockchain technology that nobody expected. But this is the thing that has accrued enormous value. What we found now is that the most valuable block space in the world are actually NFTs. A single block space on Ethereum has traded at $15-20 million in the case of an alien punk. We've seen Beeple trade at $69 million. We've seen X copies trade multi-millions of dollars. We've seen a Ringers trade, I think, $12 million. This is the most valuable block space there will ever be. What this is art is the apex token on all of blockchain. And that's something most people can't get their heads around. But art is actually upstream of everything.
Paul analyzes the next significant market moves beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum. He refers to Total 3, a metric used to assess total market capitalization, excluding these two major players. Paul's analysis suggests that attention could be shifting toward other cryptocurrencies, signaling potential changes in market dynamics. This observation aligns with discussions among experts about the diversification of the cryptocurrency landscape and new investment opportunities beyond the dominant digital currencies. Paul's latest observations on evolving market capitalization trends align with his previous analysis of Coinbase's institutional strategy with brightest Paul, providing context for how established companies are addressing new opportunities in the cryptocurrency market. His perspective also complements a previous analysis of digital art as a store of wealth, which highlighted the expansion of investment opportunities beyond traditional assets. According to Paul, some NFTs could experience a sharp surge in popularity if Ethereum gains momentum and reaches a new all-time high. Paul noted that key NFT collections could see a sharp increase if Ethereum reaches new highs. Paul stated that a view is forming that a new Ethereum bull market would boost NFT assets closely tied to its ecosystem. Among those he cited are CryptoPunks and Bored Ape Yacht Club, highlighting their cultural significance and status. He also mentioned Meebits and Crypto Dick Butts, describing them as cheap OG assets with growth potential if overall market sentiment in NFTs improves. Paul believes this surge in NFTs would be driven not only by Ethereum's rising value, but also by renewed investor interest in these well-known collections. The token has seen impressive growth in the past month, up 56%. Meanwhile, its price is still 49% below its all-time high of $4,891, reached on November 10, 2021. However, analysts like Virtual Bacon predict the token will reach $10,000 during this bull run. The latest figures from CoinGecko show that Cyberpunks remains the most dominant NFT collection by market cap. With a floor price of 46.59 Ethereum, or approximately $115,900, it accounts for 57% of the NFT Dominance Index. Paul boldly endorsed the growing crypto art market, calling it an excellent investment option for the next decade, ideally for the set it and forget it. Paul asserts that the NFT sector and the crypto art in particular will benefit from key macroeconomic and generational trends. He noted, referring to the evolution of digital art and technologies, Paul's enthusiasm reflects a growing consensus. Crypto art and NFTs are no longer fringe novelties, but a transformative force reshaping the artistic and financial landscape. Combining cultural significance, technological innovation, and investment potential, crypto art appears poised to redefine the perception of preservation of value in the digital age.